Coach, I want you to know, her house almost burned down. Welcome to In the Know with Steph and Joe. In the Know with Steph and Joe is all about small business development. These two entrepreneurs bring real life experience, laughter, and a ton of knowledge on how to build your small business and make it thrive. This is your creation. Now learn how to make it sing. Of course, In the Know with Steph and Joe is brought to you through our good friends over at Epic Media. With the continued growth of technology these days, it is essential that you have an effective internet marketing strategy in place for your business. Whether you need a custom website designed or help integrating your social media accounts to your business marketing program, give them a call. Check them out. Epic Media Inc. That's epicmediainc.com. Today in the Know with Steph and Joe, we are loaded for lead generation with an incredible amount of In the Know. Joe, welcome, and look who popped in over on the side, our good friend
hey, Steph.
Hey,
Far away.
it was a full house. So I decided to remote in.
Dial in from a comfy seat.
Yep, I'm in my office.
All right. First off, the one thing that I have to say is because I went and listened back to the radio show from last week, which I was not a part of, and I just want to say out loud, yelling as loud as I can, "Hi, Mom!"
Thank you.
Because
I saw that.
Mom did not know that I said it, and I was told that my "Hi, Mom" really does work. So
I know.
All the way.
F off, Kent. "Hi, Mom" works, and my yelling
the loud
matters, right?
I got a guest too in my office.
Hey, Coach.
What up, Coach?
Coach, you left your little planner over here.
Hi.
Hey, Coach, come back here. You need to get something.
Yeah, you left your planner.
So first off, let's run through and actually introduce everybody that is in the studio here with us. So I'm going to not start. I'm going to let actually Jess start because she is somebody that has been part of this radio show from the backside.
Woohoo.
And we'd like her to make her voice known now. So go ahead, Jess.
Hey all, Jess Stoffel from, you may have heard of it, Epic Media.
Right?
Website design and social media marketing. I do local and nationwide clients for various niches around the area. So exciting.
Awesome. Go ahead, Michelle.
All right, I'm Michelle Garabay, and I'm a mortgage lender, and I'm with Fifth Third Bank.
Awesome. Sharanya.
All right. Hey, guys. Sharanya Gururajan. I'm the boring attorney in the group.
Wait, boring? Come on.
Let's talk about the law on Friday afternoon.
You're the guru.
I am the
Yeah.
guru. And Epic Media did my website. So
Woo!
shout out. Woo! I do estate planning, probate, and residential real estate.
Awesome.
Nice.
Awesome.
Hi,
Liz.
folks. Hi, folks. It's Liz Trevino Martinez. I am the realtor of the group with Baird & Warner. Been doing this for quite a few years now. So if you're looking to buy a home, sell a home, looking for a place to rent, I'm your person.
Awesome. Awesome. Okay. We all know Steph and Joe. So I want to refer back a little bit to the show last week because Steph made a comment about always saying yes and a reference to the Babysitters Club. I believe was that the movie that she referenced?
No, it was Don't Tell Mom the Babysitter's
Oh, Don't Tell Mom
Dead.
the Babysitter's
And
Dead.
it's right on top of that, Rose. That's the
Whatever.
comment.
I don't know. I didn't watch either of them. So you're talking to a dude that was out on snowmobiles and four-wheelers all my life. So, but I really love the fact that you said you pointed out the fact that you bring your employees in to say yes. And then you go from there and say yes, dial it back into me, and then we're going to get back to them and say, all right, what next? How can we actually make this yes a yes, right? If it's got to be refer it out somehow in some form, fine. But I really liked your analogy to that. And Liz and I had this conversation about this, and you nod, because that's something I kind of want to lead off with was, I want first, can you reiterate, Steph, your analogy, and then I want to dive into a little bit into that. Go ahead.
So it was after the babysitter died, and then she got the job at that firm, and her boss's name was Rose.
Yeah.
And her boss always told her that the answer whenever anybody calls is right on top of that, Rose, whether you know yes or no if you're working on it.
Mm-hmm.
You're right on top of it. And if you don't know the answer, then internally we're gonna figure it out, and then we'll, execute the finished product.
Right. So that was like, and Liz and I had this conversation in a meeting we've had all together where we were talking about this, and I really love that because you had an analogy for yes. The answer is yes. I want to pick up the phone. I want to say yes. So let's dive into some lead generation.
All right.
Right. So we all get the lead. It's saying yes, or it's picking up the phone. Right. Steph, where are you at when you say, right? You give that analogy or give that conversation of what your employees do to walk through that.
Well, that's for really when they're executing on a file and a client is wanting like an update or something. And it was kind of from my previous life when I was managing a whole office team, and they would be calling with questions. Well, it was really like in the swimming pool world, and the staff didn't know the swimming pool world. Just like I guess it could apply to any industry. Like if some of my staff is a little bit green on maybe some of the softwares we use and stuff. And so we don't ever want the client to feel that any less confident talking to the employees versus talking to the owner. And if they know it's something that we handle and facilitate, then there's no reason for them to be like, yeah, sure. Well, we're right on top of that. Let me get back to you in about 30 minutes. I'm just wrapping up this one thing real quick. And then we could have a quick internal mini meeting, and then they call them back and they look like a rock star. It's all about making my front line as successful as possible.
Liz, you agreed with that. Please elaborate on what you think.
I absolutely agree with yes. And I, prior to real estate, I was in the corporate space, and our philosophy is never telling our clients no, even though there may be something that we may not be able to fully fulfill. I'm going to come back to you and I'm going to say, yes, this is what we can do. Right? This is what we can do, and really coach you through it and guide you through that. The answer is not no, but really informing you so then we can make smart choices about what we can do and how we can move forward.
I love that.
Yeah.
Mine's a little bit different just because all the asks are so different that I know there's a way to do it. Mm-hmm. So obviously my answer is going to be yes. Yeah, we can do it. How? I may not know at that right time, but
right then and there.
Right. And so I'll kind of stew on it, but essentially there's a way to do it. So I'm going to say yes. Absolutely.
So we can boil this down into two ways, right? There's the just saying yes, right? If we just say yes, and then it's the, as you said, the go figure it out, right? Mm-hmm. I got to go figure this out now. Mm-hmm. And then there's the, I can say yes, but how am I going to figure that out? Right? I could say yes, I can do it.
To figure it out could be it's not the right client and I'm going to refer you out to someone else. And that's still kind of like solving the issue. You know what I'm saying?
Some form or fashion,
yeah,
right?
Like you still initially said yes, but it's just the end product isn't going to be.
What if you were to say no?
To what?
To the client or to
yes, to the client.
If
Let's
I
start
can't
with
do
the
it,
client.
I will find something or find someone to.
But what if you were to just say no?
Yeah, I would not know if I'd have a business.
Yeah, I agree with you. I think saying no, you're closing the door. You're closing the door because at the end of the day, people are coming to us to solve a problem, right? Mm-hmm. And to provide to provide suggestion, right?
You're the professional.
I'm the in the corporate world used to call it a SME, which is a subject matter expert. You're coming to me.
Shmee.
A SME. A SME. We're all SMEs. We're all SMEs. I feel
Wasn't
like we're
Shmee on
in a
Hook?
like holiday cartoon.
Isn't
I feel
that on the hook?
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
Shmee, give me my Shmee,
Yeah.
give me my my
I
hook.
feel like we should be in a holiday cartoon of some sort, and we're the SMEs, right? But a SME is a subject matter expert. Like, you're coming to me because I know the most
No.
about this subject.
Correct.
Right.
Okay.
So no is not an option. It is just an alternative. Like, okay, this is what let me do some research. Let me find out. And I'm going to provide you with options.
I agree with that because when I market myself, or when I started marketing myself as my own firm to my community, I said, if you think lawyer, think Sharanya. I didn't want them to box me into an estate planning attorney or a real estate attorney. I said, if you have a legal need, think me. That doesn't mean that I do everything. It means that I will lead you to the right person who does it if I try to do it.
Love that. I
Right.
love that
And
analogy.
that also allows for lead generation.
Oh, Mister, we have somebody online. We have somebody here. Hi, Linda. Hi, Mom. Hi, Mom. I just want. Hi, Mom. Hi, Mom. All right. I love your boiling down, Sharanya, into.
Wait, question.
Yes.
Mom's a Red Wings fan, right?
No.
Mom.
That's not my mom.
Oh.
That's my mom.
That's Steph's
Your
mom.
mom.
And she's all the way in.
Oh, yeah, no.
Because you always
She
yell, and they said that your mom could hear. But I
could
don't-
hear me from Beaver Island
Right.
from here
Which
if
is
I
not-
yell loud enough.
Which can't.
Linda's all the way in Arizona, so that's
But
why he
Linda's in
speaks
Arizona
loud.
too, and I still yell to Linda, and everybody
Hi, Mom.
said that it doesn't work. But then the last episode, "Hi, Mom" was said, but it was like, "Hi, Mom," and so it wasn't really, and so Linda did not hear it.
Got it.
So
Okay.
now
Sorry,
that
just
I'm
wanted to make
here,
sure, see
we
what's
want to
going
make sure
on.
that it's heard. So. All right, let's dial back. Let's regress a little bit to Sharanya. So you mentioned that I love the fact that you said, come to me for all legal expertise, right? Michelle, you literally are somebody that everybody wants to go to for that mortgage, right?
Right.
If you can't provide something or you see something, you know where to go,
Yeah.
right? So you don't ever want to say no, right?
Right. When I'm doing, whether they're applying for a mortgage or just calling me for advice, and if the answer is instead of a no, it's kind of a not right now. But these are
I
some
like that idea.
options
Yeah.
or some things that you need to do
That's a great point.
to get ready.
I love that.
And expand on the not right now, because you have a lot of things that you may see coming but may not, right? Like not right now could be something that you could do in the future.
Right. It could be something like maybe somebody needs to work on their credit, or maybe somebody needs to do something else to get there. It's not a no. It's let's figure out what we need to do to get there.
I love that. We all have our own, not right nows. I can't get to you, or maybe it's not in my avenue, right? We all expand on that. We all create that. How do you guys take that and make that your business, right? Like,
Oh my gosh, yeah.
okay, go ahead. Okay.
And especially in the legal field, where each of us have our niches, I almost hope and pray that I will get someone that I don't do, that I'm not, going to do the legal work for, so I can send it on to a colleague, and then I get introduced to them for my
You
expertise.
want that
Yes.
non-job
yes.
for that benefit of
That gave
That
me
referral.
introduction to so many, like, couple of attorneys that didn't do what I did. We clicked, and then we have coffee, and then we start networking, and then I've gotten referrals from them because they don't do what I do. I don't do what they do. A good example is personal injury attorneys. They love referrals from other non-personal injury attorneys. So I have a couple of sources in my circle that I send business to, and I got back a really good real estate deal because they don't do real estate closings. It was a probate matter, and so we've now developed a back and forth between each other, because I will not touch PI and I will send it out, and he will not touch a real estate closing. So I think that's a great way to increase or make your Rolodex grow bigger.
Absolutely. Yes. All right. Shannon, Sharon, sorry, I don't have my readers on. And I can't.
You want me to read that for you? So Sharon Decker, thanks for tuning in, right?
Yeah.
That's my aunt.
Oh,
Hey, Sharon!
oh, Sharon, where's your aunt live?
Virginia.
Oh, so I don't have to yell as long as
That's fine.
Arizona. All right.
All right.
Hi, Sharon.
Says the idea of referring someone if you can't do it reminds her of the Christmas spirit in the Miracle on 34th Street. It's an excellent marketing practice.
Ah, I love that
Right.
idea.
Absolutely.
Yeah, right?
Yeah.
Right?
I've never seen the movie.
Really?
It's been a while.
Wow.
Oh, it's my favorite movie. I love
Wow.
Did you watch it every Christmas?
Yeah, when I was younger.
That's why it's your favorite movie.
Yeah.
See, I watch Heartbreak Ridge. That's a Clint Eastwood movie, and so that's my favorite movie.
Christmas
because-
Vacation.
Amen.
no.
I'm with you.
Oh, I love that one.
It is a tradition in my house.
Yep.
Christmas movie, really?
Christmas Vacation.
Yeah.
National
Oh, National
Oh,
Lampoon.
for sure.
love
But
that.
like, I don't know.
That's
There's
right.
my wife is like an Elf fan.
I am the biggest.
because well, my
biggest
wife
Elf fan.
my wife is Jewish, so she got introduced to Christmas in like I shouldn't say that. She had friends that were not
Smiling
Jewish,
is my
but
favorite.
but she got when she really got invested into Christmas was when we started dating. So then Elf came out like shortly thereafter. So that's like her favorite Christmas movie ever. ever is Elf. But all right, let's actually get into this idea of lead generation. Now that we've all kind of divested into a little bit of who we are, what we're about, what we do. All right. So first question is, I want to know a little bit how much time, relatively day, week, month, I don't care, right? How much time do you devote to lead generating, right? To actually getting leads, not taking that lead and turning it into a job, right? You get a lead and you got to go and talk to that person and give your free estimate or give your whatever, right? I want to know how much time do you spend actually just generating that lead? Now, to give you some examples, because we all need some churners in our brain to start to PPC, SEO, social media, actually going out and networking, which I should make a side caveat that the 5 of us here that are sitting at this table have all been part of a networking group, and we've talked to each other on a weekly basis. So we do that on a weekly basis that you can contribute 1 hour to, right? A week, right? Now that's 1 hour. How much time do we all spend actually networking? So to give you an idea, I have myself who spends probably, and I've done a little bit of calculating, I do probably about 10 to 15 hours, depending on
A month?
a week.
Oh,
Wow. That's a lot.
No, I was gonna say.
I'm ashamed.
I think that
Well,
was also low
wait.
for
Especially if
you.
you like break it down and you really think about your activities
Thank
all
you.
week, it'd be more than
Yeah.
you actually think.
Thank you,
I
thank you,
think
thank
that's
you.
Less,
So,
I feel like that's low
less
for
than
you.
what you would think.
For you,
So
yeah.
so I would contribute about 10 to 15 for myself a week. Now, I used to have 2 employees. Now I have 1 employee that is a full, while I pay her a salary of 40 hours a week, she works beyond 40 hours a week. So I could say that I'm really, based on what I think her actual like 60 hours, my 15, I'm talking I do 75.
That's awesome.
Then my wife, I could
Yeah.
probably add another like 4 to 5, right? So
Mhm.
I'm talking that my company probably does a good 80 plus hours
Yeah.
a week in marketing,
That's you
in
and
lead
everyone.
generating,
I have a question though.
yeah.
Isn't it like so? But wouldn't the correct answer be 24/7? Just because you have your physical people on the ground doing X, Y, and Z. But if your website, Jess, right, is working properly for
So,
you,
I'm
you should. Because we get leads in the middle of the night where people fill out our pricing calculator, but I'm not out doing anything.
Right.
But
okay,
I'm still generating leads.
physical, you physically promoting your time or doing said marketing thing, right? Yes, I have a online presence that is there 24/7. I agree with that. I'm cutting all that automated crap out.
It's not crap.
Some people's livelihood.
Deal.
Not crap.
All right, deal. I love that you defended that so hard, so fast. All right, deal. All right, it's not crap. How much time? Think about it.
Joe.
Think about it. Yeah.
Just in the month of December on Facebook, 111 hours of your sign was looked at.
See? Look, can we add that to there?
You should.
Yeah. Look at this. I got my sign here.
Oh.
111 hours.
111 hours in the month of December. This sign was devoted to my marketing. But again, that's not my physical doing, right? So I cannot.
You physically
You're right.
put it
Actually,
there.
I did because
Yeah, you
I took
literally
those-
hung
I
it
took
there.
those paper
is your-
clips and I broke a paper clip in
That's what
half.
that is.
I broke a paper clip in half because we didn't have screws or nails,
Yeah.
and I shoved it into the drywall with my calloused thumbs
Yeah.
because they're like anvils. So I just shoved them in, and then I was able to get it in and hook them up. And yeah, you're right. You're right. It was my physical doing.
Well, if
but-
I include chit chatting with Liz every week,
Okay.
Hours.
Okay.
Hours.
Hours.
I would say hours. Yeah, no, I'm kidding.
Yeah.
I think new leads is one thing, but talking to existing referral sources, wonderful referral sources, I think is also part of lead generation, right? It's not always about looking for new clients.
Totally.
You want to keep nurturing the
Mhm.
referral
Right.
sources you have. And I feel like given the current COVID situation, like the warmer months of the year allows us to have more in-person interaction.
Of
That's
course.
been my experience.
Even with
we're more cocooned now.
pre-COVID,
Yeah.
there was more things to do, and you
Yeah.
go
And
outside
networking
and
events to
networking
go
events
to.
and things. Yep.
Yes. Yeah.
So when you did those things, let's say you did them 3 times a week,
Yeah.
and that's about an hour each time. That's
Mhm.
3 hours. I really want to get a number here.
I
I'm
would
trying
say
to figure.
for me
Yes,
personally,
yes.
I would say about 1 to 2 hours. Clearly not enough, Joe. Doesn't match your.
I didn't. I
Doesn't
listen.
match
Listen.
your
I'm not-
competition.
100
It's not a
hours
good.
a
Thank
week.
you. It's not a
But
competition.
yeah, for me.
It's not a competition. But
From work.
Yeah.
1 hour a week.
Yes, at least.
At
Yes,
least
at
1
least.
hour a week. I can tell you you're wrong.
That I'm
Because
not doing enough or I'm
Yeah,
doing
no,
more, you
no,
think?
You're doing
you
more.
do. You're
Yeah.
doing more. You are doing more because I see you at least 1 hour a week.
That's true. That's true. And
Thank
I'm
you.
thinking
Thank
about
you.
it a lot more. Just thinking about it count.
Sure.
Like working out. I'm thinking every day.
I mean, you're talking about like
Why not?
5 minutes of thinking about it, right? Like,
Round up.
do
Right.
you want me to go to the? Okay, deal. All right, so let's talk about like
I see
how much
3,
time
Joe.
you think.
I see 3 hours.
3 hours.
Yes.
All right,
A
so
week.
3 hours a
Guys,
week.
An hour. So I would say 3 hours. Yes.
Dude,
Nurturing my referral sources.
Just pound in. You're good. Is this your boy? What up, dog?
Hey.
The
All
live
so-
studio audience just showed up.
Right.
right.
Can we get a hey? Yeah. There you go. Thank you. So 3 hours a week you devote to your marketing. You are a single
Yes.
person in your office 3 hours a week out of your. Do you do 40 hours a week in work, or do
More.
you do more?
Probably
You do
more.
more.
Yeah.
More. 60 hours.
I would think so.
So
yeah.
you're devoting. What is that? 0.5%? 5%?
Carry
5%?
or
5%?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, 5%.
Can
Some-
the
some-
bookkeeper figure that out for us?
Something like
We
that.
got-
Something like
we
that.
literally,
Do we got-
that's
do
our
we got
job, right?
somebody- Do we got somebody in the place that can do some numbers? But what I'm saying is, so you understand where you're at with that, and you do enough, and it brings in enough,
Yes.
right?
Yes.
Yes.
Amen.
Exactly.
Right.
Yes.
At the current moment, if you were to go and do more,
I'd have to hire someone.
there it
Doesn't
is.
work.
So
There it
yeah,
is. Okay.
it's the
Okay.
difference of when you're the one woman show. Like
Mhm.
I mean, I have a team that's great, but they're not working on
Careful.
the business.
Careful. You're on the air, so don't say they're great.
Great, but no,
You know, don't say that
they're
too
not
loud,
working
but-
on the business and in the business like I am.
Exactly.
Totally. Okay.
So that's
fair.
the difference where I see that.
Right.
And it's very difficult to do that. So to say I'm going to do so many hours per week working, networking, then there's the other aspects of working on the business, and then you got to work in the business.
Exactly.
Mhm.
It's very difficult.
And
as,
sometimes
like,
there's
the
a
woman on the show.
combination too. Like I try to automate the process. Like when I'm
Right.
done with the closing, I want to immediately do an email to the realtor, thanking the realtor,
Yep.
and an email to the client saying, here's your final documents. Please write me a review. So I'm working on my business, but I'm also making sure they're getting their information. They're informed. So it's a combination of both, right?
You have to juggle all the things.
Yeah, it's
Right,
fun,
right.
but some days it
Bye,
gets
Steph.
tiring.
We'll
Right.
see you
Fun.
at the.
Fun.
I'll see you there.
Bye, Steph.
Of course, thanks, Steph, for stopping in on your show today. That your name is on.
Thanks for
Yeah.
dialing in
Yeah.
today, Steph.
If
Your show.
if anybody needs a good bookkeeper, how do they get in touch with you, Steph?
847-942-3004. Steph at stephsbooks.com. Or just go on stephsbooks.com and you can fill out our pricing calculator. Or just look for my car because we got a couple leads this week from that. People just driving around and they're like, oh, I saw your car in this city or I saw your car over here. So
Another great thing they can do is just go to www.216thenet.com, go to In the Know with Steph and Joe, click on that, and then there'll be a link right to your page, which is absolutely great. Or they can subscribe to our YouTube channel and hear it every week on every show that you have, which is wonderful.
yeah. Or if they want to be a guest on the show, reach out.
Yeah.
216 the net and we'll get you on the show.
Amen.
So have a good weekend. See you guys next week. See you in
Bye,
the
Steph. See ya.
body, the thing
Under
tonight.
lead generating right now.
That's right. That's right. Go get them, Steph.
I gotta put my hours in to be competitive with Joe.
Listen, I got people working for me to get those hours, so I'm not putting them all in.
Not everyone does 120 hours a week.
I don't do 120 hours a week, right? Like that's
But you have a
that's
team, and that's
but that's the difference. Is that's where I want to kind of see, like, all right, I'm gonna pour over to Michelle here. How much do you put in? Where you, because you have a bit of a team and a bit of a company behind your back to help you out.
Yeah, that's a good question. There's different categories, right? There's your social media category, there's your networking category, there's your, getting on the phone and dialing up, past customers or stuff like their current, leads. So it's really hard. My goal, every day I'd like to at least spend 2 hours a day just doing lead generation. Do I get that every day? Probably not, but
Okay.
I think it's a good day if I can get 2 hours of lead generation in.
So you're talking 5 to 10 hours a week.
Yeah.
Yeah. Relatively speaking, yes, sir.
While we're talking about lead generation right now, it'd be a good time for maybe everybody at the table to mention how people get in touch with you in case they want to know what y'all do.
Now, I'm just gonna say this out loud because I do things really well out loud. Everybody giggles because they don't know that I'm really so. While I love that Kent reads Epic Media's thing every week, he sometimes stumbles. So I would love for Jess, you to do your own and actually like read it out loud. Do it right. Nail it.
Ooh, all right, hold on.
All right, stretch it out, and get it right.
Hold on, because a lot of times I stumble over just a couple words in there.
He reads from your thing, right? So he reads from this.
So yeah, I read from that. But let's throw this up there. Boom.
All right. Ready?
Boom.
Boom.
There
Boom.
we go.
Ready?
There
Oh, now it's shared. Love it.
Oh man,
You're
look at
sharing.
that.
All right,
I
there
love
you
it.
are. Go ahead, Jess. You start us off.
When you are truly authentic, there can be no competitors. I'm Jess Stoffel with Epic Media. I do website design and social media marketing for local and nationwide businesses. Do not fret. I promise you the internet is not scary. I will be there to guide you through it and be authentic during the journey. So I'm Jess Stoffel, Epic Media. And when you are truly authentic, there can be no competitors.
I love that. That was great. All right.
Love it.
Who wants to follow that up?
Not me.
Joe Turner. Joe Turner, Restoration 1, water, fire, smoke, mold. We get rid of all the crap that some normal cleaning service won't. We get rid of it. Crap, dead bodies, mold, you name it. We will get rid of everything that a normal cleaning service will not. I don't want you to call me. I want you to call 847-264-4664. Give them all the information you need, and they will put you into our schedule, get you into our chapa, to into the processing unit of that. Yep, and out pops the widget. So you will be the most amazing widget we will ever have. So Joe Turner, Restoration One. All right, moving on. Liz.
All right,
Sharanya?
I wasn't prepared for a speech.
Okay.
I wasn't prepared
Okay.
for a speech.
Do you want somebody else to go first, so you
No,
can
I'll
think
go.
of it?
So Liz Trevino Martinez with Baird & Warner Realty. I can help you find your home. I can help you sell your home. And if you're looking for a place to rent, I can help you with that as well. I think one of the things that Jess brought out that I absolutely agree with is just being genuine. And I want to touch base when we continue our conversation about lead generation, because I want to talk about being genuine, right?
Mhm.
But how you can reach me is via phone or via email. I'm going to give you my phone number because my email is super, super long.
Do it. Do it.
847-373-1594.
We have 400,000 listeners.
That's amazing.
Right. And
Call
that's
me.
it. That's it.
Call me.
Right. If you're buying or selling, right?
That's
Right.
Absolutely.
We have
That's right.
Where's
She's
our
a SME.
Where's our
I'm a
where-
SME.
Where's our
A
Singapore?
SME.
Where's our Singapore crew?
He's not in yet.
We have Singapore crew here. They're gonna
Right.
call you.
He'll jump in.
Yeah.
Call me.
At noon on
It's only
Singapore.
It's
is
5:30
really
in the
like,
morning.
Yeah. It's gonna be awesome.
I love it.
Can't wait for you.
I can't wait for
Get
it.
that call. All right, Sharanya, Michelle, who's going next?
I'll go next.
Okay.
I'm Michelle Garabay, and I'm a mortgage lender with Fifth Third Bank. So I help people that are looking to finance a new home purchase, or if they already have a mortgage on a home and need to refinance to get a lower rate, to get cash out, anything like that, I can help with. Best way to reach me is my cell phone, which is 262-496-4582.
Listen, people out there, don't talk to your neighbor. Talk to Michelle, right? Look, get it from the subject matter expert,
I'm
the
a
SME.
That's
right?
right. That's it.
We're going to use that. That's our new word. That's our new word.
What she
I
does,
love that from here on
but
out.
truthfully, right? What she does is what everybody at this table does is your neighbor probably doesn't, right? But we always like to take advice from our neighbor. Trust me, talk to the table, right?
Talk to the table.
Talk to the table.
How? All right, last one, but not least. Sorry.
I'm Sharanya Gururajan, SG Law. I am an attorney. If you have found a home through Liz, I will help you close on the transaction. If you are unfortunately one of the families that had a dead body that Joe found, and who died, had thousands of dollars transferred to you, I will do that probate estate. So I represent individuals with their estate planning, with their home closings, and with probate and trust administration. You can call me at 224-595-9832. I also have a fantastic website designed by Epic Media, sgurulaw.com.
Ow!
I'm your
I
guru
like
at
that.
law, guys. So.
I'm
Guru, love it.
Guru at Law
That's right.
is really one of the best plugs I've ever heard
I love
in
that.
my life. So, all right, let's move into our next question here. So, I want to know, because we're talking lead generation, I want to know where you guys get your best leads, right? And why they're your best leads. Is it because it's the easiest thing to the easiest lead to turn into a job? Is it the cheapest lead, right? Like, what makes a good lead? Why is it a great lead? And where do you typically get it from? You don't have to, if you're, I know that we have some ties and reservations to where we may get certain things, but you can leave it very general, so you're not divulging all information you need to, and you get in trouble for if you may get in trouble. So let's just talk. But like, that's my thing. So I love to say that we get our best leads from referrals, right? From those people, and you all shake your head yes.
Mhm.
And I'm sure we're going to hear this. It's going to be a repeating thing, but that's not to say that we don't get great leads from the internet, from some sort of Facebook, right?
That's a referral source, though.
Facebook's been really, really,
So,
really
yeah.
good to us, right? So I do like a good Facebook referral lead, but we get great referral leads from those that know us, right? That say, hey, here, I know you guys. So who wants to start? Because I'm not going to start round robbing us. And
I'll go.
Okay.
I'm going to say 99.9% of my clients are all referrals.
Interesting. So you have all referrals, even though you network. Your job is to market.
So I go out and I do the marketing stuff. I'm out at networking things and so my clients I may have met through the networking, but then have referred me 2 or 3 people.
Right.
Or they go,
Love that.
I've heard about you. Or I saw something on Facebook about you. To me, all that social media, that's a referral source.
Right.
So,
Right.
The moms groups, us moms out there know if we're going to refer someone, it's,
Another mom.
Well, not even just another mom,
I'm
but
screwed here.
but you trust that. You trust
Right,
that mom group source.
Right.
That's
So
right.
I've gotten some from, Mundelein moms or
That group's great.
things like that. So what?
I can't be part of it.
Oh, I've
It's
seen
so-
some men in there.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh,
Uh-oh.
Chuck has chimed in. Oh, Chuck.
What did he say?
Yeah, what'd Chuck say?
Very supportive husband. Yes, I do. Yes. Hi, honey.
I hope you know him, Chuck.
What up,
I
Chuck?
don't know, Joe. I've heard people refer to you as a mother.
Me?
A mother's
A hovering mother
A
or
mother-
mother something?
Mother beep.
A blank mother or a mother blank? Which one?
Yes.
I believe it all. All right.
Is that a Russian bot that was blocked?
Yep. It's normal.
I agree with Jess. I think one of the best referral source is when you get them from friends or past clients or family, because it's almost like you yourself have already been vetted. Somebody already spoke great things about you, right?
Mhm.
And they're coming to you with a comfort level, knowing that they're going to be well taken care of. You're a trusted source. You did business with somebody that they love, they trust, and they recommended you to me, right? So that's the best source. But I think if you take it one step back, you have to do a really good job at your job,
Mhm.
right? In efforts to be able to continue to feed the machine and really be able to hone in on those referral sources, right? So the best thing, wherever that initial contact comes through, right? Whether it's the internet, wherever it is, you need to add value.
Mhm.
You need to be that expert. So then you could continue to have referral sources from others.
And you talked about genuineness, right? Yeah. Tell us about that.
Here, when Joe asked the question, about how many hours you network, right?
Mhm.
I'm very, very similar to Sharanya. It's hard for me to pinpoint. I'm a one-man team. I'm a one-woman team,
Hey,
right?
hey.
I'm a one-woman team.
I was just gonna say, well, I'll say this because side note, just side thing,
Yeah.
because I have 2 daughters.
Uh-huh.
I was raised with a bunch of brothers and a sister at the bottom. So that sister at the bottom did not have anything female to replicate. So then my father-in-law, when he was growing up, he had all daughters. And so he would always say to his daughters when he was growing up, when I was a little girl, I did this. So now I say to my little girls, when I was a little girl,
Oh,
I
that's
did
so
this.
cute.
Right? Like literally, like that's what I say, because I don't have a way to relate
Yeah.
to, right? Like they're like, oh, we want to go and build these bracelets and tie these bracelets. And I now have some bracelets on my
I love
hand,
it.
right? Right.
I love that. Yeah.
Granted, I made these myself, damn it. But that being said, whenever I relate to my daughters, it's not when I was
Right.
a dude,
Mhm.
right? A little boy dude. It was when I was a little girl, I did this, right? Because it just makes sense.
So you could be in the mothers group.
You could. And you
So-
could be, you
so
we might allow you.
If I need to be in and need to swing some dresses or
Right.
some way, I'll figure it
All
out.
right,
And
so-
I'll make it work. I just want to say, Eddie Martinez from behind the screen. Let's get a dad's group going. I love that, dude. I love that,
Yeah.
bro.
There's enough of those.
So,
All right.
So it'll be like, hey, did you post something? No, I didn't
No.
post
No,
it.
I didn't
What'd you
do
do?
anything. I didn't do anything.
I'll
right.
help run it. I'll set it up.
Yeah.
Just let
Let's
me know.
go back.
I'll be the marketer. She said.
Let's go back to the genuineness.
So
Yeah.
genuine. So, going back to how you create a source, right? Very similar
Right.
to Sharanya. It's hard for me to say I do so many hours, right? I have certain systems in place that when I do get a lead, maybe it's not now, right? So I put them into a system that will continue to nurture them and keep them updated with the real estate market. But when I get an email and I get a call and I'm calling them back, or if I'm in the car and I want to make sure that I'm having I'm providing value. And I think when somebody calls you, whether you know them or you don't know them, I think the richness of that original conversation says a lot, right?
Builds on the character,
It
right?
builds on your
Right.
character.
Totally.
It builds on the knowledge that you have. And somebody took the time to call you. And my philosophy is I need to take the time and provide this person all of my attention and provide value to them, right? And that's how you start building a relationship. It's credibility, right? It's credibility.
Mhm.
So we've spoken sometimes because sometimes we're not available, right? It's like, who's going to pick up that call? And I always question, am I going to pick up that call and give this person everything that they need?
We talked
right?
about this.
We did talk about this.
We talked
And I
about
am
this,
really
right?
big about that.
Yeah.
I'm really big about that. And if I can't do it at that time, I will call you, right? I will, if I'm driving, I'm going to pull over, because I think that being genuine and really understanding the need and really providing, that client with the attention and the level of detail that they need, I think it's really important. And I think it's a foundation that you continue to build off.
So I love that.
That's awesome.
And you develop that each, that call comes in, you
Mhm.
pick it up, you say, hey, hang on, I'll be back, right?
Right.
Everything kind of progresses through. I love the fact that you take that initiative to recognize that call is coming in because somebody has given that trust to you, right?
That's right.
Right. So now let's say, right, and I've looked at Michelle a couple times here, and I want to hear what your best leads are, because you get a lot of leads.
Yeah,
right. And
absolutely.
they may be good, they may be bad,
Mhm.
right? It's as the quote unquote younger generation says, sussing them out.
I have an 11-year-old. I know the term.
Thank you, right, Sharanya? You just gave me the biggest. Really?
Sussing them out?
Oh,
Never heard
you
it.
are.
No.
Like fleshing them out?
Yes.
Yes.
Is that what
Yes.
that's called?
Yes. Sus.
They may be
Sus.
sus.
Are they sus?
Yeah. Are they
Sus.
suspect? Right.
Yeah.
Like,
Sussing them out.
are they credible? Yeah,
Oh,
they sus.
Sharanya,
Never
do
heard
I
it.
need to get your
I'm a
kids?
millennial. I'm just putting that on the record.
Listen.
Barely made it.
Me too. We're millennials.
Listen,
Yeah,
I got a
millennials.
I got a 12-year-old at home. I never heard that.
Ah.
Never.
Yeah. Well, they're not.
Maybe I live in the
of
wrong-
age, right? Like
She's
like,
12.
That's I got a 10-year-old. They
What?
don't know sus.
Oh, I thought you said you got that from your daughter.
Eight. No. I said I just got it from some younger, like somebody.
Oh.
I don't know who it is. It's the younger crowd, but
Gotcha.
I just know sus.
Oh, fair
is
enough.
Sus.
Michelle's going to suss it out for us.
Yeah.
Suss
Come on,
this
Michelle,
out for us.
suss it out.
Yeah. So going back to your question, who's my best referral source? I think, 100% it's got to be from a referral partner, because whether it's a past client, whether it's a realtor that I work with, whether it's just, any other, business form that I work with, they're going to kind of sing my praises to this potential lead. And they're going to kind of do some of that due diligence for me. Whereas if it comes in, just they saw my name somewhere, they're, just calling me out of the blue, the chances that that person is going to shop me with many other lenders. But if I've got somebody that's saying, hey, call Michelle, she's know what she's doing, I've worked with her, I've personally used her, that's going to make that person, believe that a lot more.
I have heard that more and more. I'm sure between it's because
Read the comment.
we have this, like, when you have this very specialized product that you offer, you're going to get shopped. People are going to go online.
Right.
They're going to Google you, right? And they're going to shop you.
Right.
And when somebody comes back to you and doesn't have to shop you, and they just look at you and say, come in because said so-and-so
Mhm.
thinks you're the best.
Right.
And I trust said so-and-so.
Right. Then
Right.
they're less likely to go out there and shop you.
And so you can just walk in and go, great, I'm going to scoop your poop and get out. Well, you guys don't do that,
We
right?
don't do
Thank
that.
God.
That's your job.
I've yet to do that in home or for our clients. So
Knock on wood.
Knock on wood.
'cause it could come. It
I'll
could come.
call you. I'm like, Joe, I need
Listen,
someone to help me.
yeah.
All right,
we have a question?
Yep,
Yes.
we've got a question from one of the listeners who says, I'm a new salesperson in a small business. They continue to give me call lists, quote unquote, air quotes.
Okay.
Is this a good way for a new salesperson to lead generate?
So I say that with I love this. I love call lists because I'm a talker.
No.
Mhm.
What?
Shut
Says
up.
the radio show host.
So I would totally take a call list, and if somebody were to give me a call list, and I'm a bucket full, not cup, I want a bucket full, right? Half full, whatever you want to give me, I will take it. It's that much full for me, whether it's quarter full or half full, I don't care. Give me whatever you want to give me. I'm going to take that and I'm going to make the most of it.
That's right.
So you give me a call list. I'm going to go call those people. I'm going to go figure out everything that I can to benefit myself out of those people. And I'm going to utilize that. So yes, if you want me to hit X amount of call people, fine. And I'm some new recruit. I have no Rolodex of people, and I have nothing to stand on as a industry professional. Fine. I will totally take anything you give me as a cold call list.
I also think if you're a new person in sales, doing that while it may seem rote, I think it'll really help you develop an elevator speech.
Can you define rote?
Mechanical, routine.
Okay.
I'm saying the same thing over and
Listen,
over
I
again.
just for all those
So
people that
boring.
aren't out there that are
Because I was told when I was in law school, student, when you're applying for summer internships, don't do the mass mailings. But I did that, and that's how I found my first job, my first internship, and actually it led me into my career as a bankruptcy lawyer and all that.
I love
So
that.
I believe in putting it out in the masses.
Love
I
that.
agree.
Yeah.
And
You're
for
not
someone-
but you're not going to spend $1 million.
No,
You're
right?
There's a time and place for it in your career
Thank you.
at whatever
Yeah.
stage you are. But I think this can really, because there was a time when I was like, I used to call clients like, I hope they don't answer the phone. I'm afraid to talk to them. Right?
We
But
talked to
But as you talk to
I'd
more
rather text.
people,
Yes.
yeah, right?
Yes.
Even
I
if you have a
text. I do
script,
both. I do both. Yeah.
Even with a script, I think it can really, really help develop your personality.
I
So what-
absolutely agree.
So-
I absolutely agree.
it's the development of yourself
Yes.
through
Getting over the
that
fear.
repetition.
Yeah.
And you may learn that you like to do that during it,
Mhm.
or realize
That's true.
that you're like me and I will do everything I can not to call on that call list.
Yeah.
I will find
Mm.
everything
So-
possibly available to do. If I get a list of phone numbers to call, no, I'll go out somewhere else and try to find them.
Nice.
Yes, you.
Yeah. Ooh, question.
Yes.
Ooh, question from the front.
Yes,
oh,
yes.
oh, Joe from the McHenry Herald. I want to know what would you what would you do if you didn't like you get these questions, like you get these things in, and what do you do with them, right? Like, how do you handle them if somebody wants to? What?
What do you mean? Someone gives
Like, are you just going to give it off to somebody else?
if I get a list of emails
Mhm.
that they're like
You got solid job leads in an email list. What are you going to do with it?
well, that's different than a cold call.
You
Cold
got a
call list.
solid list of cold call
Cold
lists.
call lists like, all just a bunch of people that you gotta call and be like,
Do you need
do
a
you like your
website?
yeah.
Mhm.
No,
What are you
may-
going to do with that?
I would probably research. I would look up every person on that list or every company to see if they have a website, to see if they have
Mhm.
social media presence, so that I can do some research before I do the
Good
call.
Okay,
So that
I like it.
Some may need the service, and some, and
Don't
So-
care.
and
Don't.
Don't care.
Don't
Just
care,
doesn't have
don't
the time
know.
to waste.
Listen,
She's-
guys.
But wait. All right. So wait now.
feel like
Wait
this
now.
is
I'm
educated.
a numbers and times guy, and you said you didn't
Mhm.
have you said
Mm,
I don't have the time to waste. However, you're going to spend the time to
do all the
walk through the
yeah.
research.
I'd rather do that than call.
She
a
doesn't want to
client.
talk to strangers.
So you're awkward with talking to
I would
people
call,
up
yes.
front.
Yeah.
See, a
I mean-
2-minute conversation that I can get a new client is way easier.
She could get a lonely
Then-
person who just wants to talk randomly.
then
When was
a
Obviously, our
2-minute
industries are different.
conversation is way. Well, I'm not calling people. I don't do that. No, I have employees.
do as I say. Do as I
I
say.
have employees.
Do as I say, not as I do.
All
right, but-
Listen,
When
you
was
talk
when
about
was the
her.
last time y'all have called on a list? Has it been years?
Yes.
If it's been
Ooh,
years,
okay.
if it's been years, so now this new salesperson is calling, and what do you do if you see a number you don't recognize? You don't answer.
You,
Right?
you don't answer.
100%.
100%.
So okay.
It goes.
Yeah,
right to
wait,
voicemail.
because we had her.
What?
Wait,
What?
we had this conversation, literally
But now
like
you're turning it from.
it's
her-
not a number that
she's
doesn't
not
answer.
calling.
I am. Okay, what do you
Some-
mean? What do you mean I'm not calling? No, I no
Somebody's
longer
calling
call the
you.
list.
Somebody's
Right.
calling you. It's a number you don't recognize.
Here's the thing.
You're
Well,
at lunch.
First and foremost, I have to pick up every number that calls me is a number
True.
I don't recognize.
Yeah.
It could be a client. It
Thank
could
you.
be a service. So
Thank you.
I have to pick it up. I have to pick it up.
Thank you.
But let's say people are calling me. Look, I want to say a couple things. That list, I don't know where that's coming from, as it relates to your particular job.
Yeah, there's a lot
But
of.
there has to be some relevance as it relates to here, Sharanya, I want you to call this list, right? So when I pick up that call, that call, it may be a service that I'm thinking about. And sometimes I'm like, you know what? That sounds really interesting. I want to learn more.
Right.
So one of the things I learned really early on, when you have no clients, is it's a numbers game, right? You're gonna call this list. And to Sharanya's point, you're gonna get better. You're gonna get better at conveying what you do and how you do it and how great you are at your job. So what I would do is I would call because there has to be some type of a turnover or percentage, right? So find out if I call this list, I'm going to get how much business? Is it 5%? Is it 10%? Like understand your numbers, right?
Mhm.
So you know that if maybe you call 200 numbers, you're going to get 2 appointments. That's 2 appointments you didn't have before, right? So
Start somewhere.
you
So-
have to start somewhere, and it helps you. There's other learning that comes with making those phone calls.
Yeah.
Okay, so can I want
Yes.
to boil this down to a very simple analogy that I have for it's retail.
Yeah.
When I was a little, because I have two
you were a
little
little-
when
when you were
I
a
because
little
I have
girl?
two little, when I was a little girl, I sold shoes at a shoe store. It was one of the very first adult quote unquote jobs I had. And I was a manager. I managed the shoe store, fired people. But every single person that walked into that shoe store was a potential sale,
That's
right?
Mhm.
Right? That was a lead. I could not go out and get leads. It's if somebody walks in,
Mhm.
that's a lead,
Mhm.
right? So it's just
100%.
how many times can I hone my skills on that person that walked in and get that lead to turn into some kind of a sale,
Yep.
right? I don't care if they bought a freaking shoe cleaner for $5 or $350 worth of, 2 pairs of shoes
Mhm.
and some insoles. And I can tell you so much about the shoes industry, but like to me, that is, it's turning that lead into that, it's that drive
That drive,
to
yeah.
just answer that lead
Yeah.
and take that lead and turn it into something else.
Right.
And every lead is different, and you
Oh.
have to understand how pushy you can be, and I use pushy in quotes.
Quotes. Oh,
For our radio listeners.
Right.
Because,
Thank you.
because
Listen.
I got a call today from a prospective client who's put his market up for property up for sale, and he said, I will not use a real estate agent because they are pushy. And so I mean,
Quote,
so
unquote.
I
Right,
spent a
right.
good 10 minutes with him just trying to explain to him how, because in my mind I'm being selfish and I'm thinking if I'm your attorney, it'll be so helpful for you to have a real estate agent. Okay.
Bitch, please, I want
And
some
for
help.
you, and
Bitch,
for you.
please,
You
I want
don't
some
even
help.
know.
And I
You
had to
don't
get
even
over. I
know.
had to help him get over his misconception because there's always good apples and bad apples. Clearly,
Right.
he's dealt with some bad realtors in his life.
Fair.
But I had to
fair,
have him
right.
look at the value that realtors bring. So, as a professional, we have to immediately, quickly understand what kind of a lead we have. Do we have to be pushy with this person, or do we just inform them, tell them who we are, and let them make their own decision? Because as a shoe salesman, if you keep hovering around me, I'm not buying anything.
I love
I'm
that.
not buying any
Oh,
shoes.
I love that.
That's right.
I
Yeah.
never hovered around people that would like stand me back. I would
He
would
like
do.
creeps up.
What I would do is
Can I
I'd
help
stand back. I'd stand back and I'd be like, all right, hey.
I'm here if you need me.
Hey, let me play some sensual music and we'd all dance
Yeah.
together.
Can I
right?
change
Did
your
you make
socks?
commission when you sold shoes?
Oh, lots of commission.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I sold
yeah.
I sold jewelry back in the day.
I mean,
I worked for a huge department store, and my goal was the same. It's like I had to like earn college money. Like I didn't have any money. I had to, and sometimes you sold a charm, but when I graduated to selling the diamonds, like, oh, you sold a diamond. Woo!
Yeah.
That was the money bank.
You have your top sales things,
Yeah.
right? So, all right. We were given the 4-minute warning here.
Already?
So yeah, I know this.
That's awesome.
Frickin' fly. Wait, I'll say it because we're on.
Hey, you're in the know with Steph and Joe.
hey.
So one last
Fucking
thing.
flies here.
One
So
last-
all right,
Okay, go ahead.
all right. So I just want quick answers, and then we're gonna run through. I want quick answers to this question, and then we're gonna run through who we are again and what we're about. Right. All right. So do you have the capacity as a company to handle a surge in business based on your marketing? Right. If a surge of business were to come, because my business is based on these amazing freezing weather temperatures,
events.
right? Like,
Yeah.
so if this amazing weather happens and everything freezes, it's not the freezing that I care about. It's when it all thaws, right? And everything starts flowing, right? That's when I really care, right? So if that happens, can I handle that, right? And my concern is not, oh, I'm out marketing and I'm going to revert back to just enough time. So I'm going to revert back to my machine, right? I got this hopper. It folds into a conveyor belt and it's got this little like Dr. Seuss thing. Right? And out pops your widget, right? So we're all talking about right now today what feeds into the hopper, right? It's all those widgets, right? Those balls that feed in the hopper, right? Before it feeds in the machine. But can your machine handle your widgets?
Yes.
Go. Yes?
Because I'm gonna say yes, and I'll figure it out later.
Right.
I love that. Oh,
Oh,
great
I love
answer.
it.
Okay,
I
go
love it.
ahead.
I'm gonna say yes. You have to have the right machine built to handle it, but yes.
You'll figure it
Yes.
out.
Okay.
figure it
Okay.
out.
Yes, but I'll lose my work-life balance, so I'll probably hire someone.
Ooh.
But that's you figuring it out.
forcing
Yeah,
it.
but that's right.
So
There you go, Josh.
forcing to handle it is
I won't
okay.
say no. Good
Yeah.
business, I won't say no.
Love that. Okay.
Uh,
Liz.
I was gonna say.
Sorry.
Did you call me a different name?
Sorry. Sorry.
I want to say yes because I've partnered. I have aligned myself with great people,
Support network.
support
Mhm.
network, and I have fabulous colleagues that I could count on. So to Jess's point, yes, we will figure it out.
I will say for 3 of these people at the table that I would say yes because they just lived through 2 years of it. I mean, 2020, 2021, the real estate business
Yeah.
was
Fantastic.
insane, especially for a
insane.
mortgage, especially for a mortgage
if you
banker.
were, amen to that point. Like
You
you're
got
right.
through
You're
it.
right.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Three of these
Yep.
5 people at the
Very
sitting
true.
at the table, because Jess and I are not in the real estate business.
Right.
You 3 ladies are. You're right. Absolutely. You've worked through this
Like bosses.
Crazy
Like bosses.
Like bosses. I
crazy
love
ass
that.
industry, right? Like
Love
that
that.
happened through this past industry. Yeah, I agree with that
After
completely.
every closing, we talk to each other. We're like, it's like giving birth to a child. Every closing.
It was
Wait,
crazy.
my-
It was crazy.
Oh, I can't
Hey
do
guys,
that.
before I know I
can't do
see that the
Yeah.
time is
Yeah.
running out, but I just want to say it's my grandma's 94th birthday today.
Happy
Happy
birthday.
birthday, Jess's grandma! All right. We all got to get in our time. So rip through it real fast. Go ahead.
Sharanya Gururajan, SG Law, you're a real estate attorney and you're a estate planning attorney.
Liz Trevino Martinez, Baird and Warner Realty.
I mean, you want
Just
more?
That's it?
Knuckle, Epic Media, website design, social media, epicmediainc.com.
Michelle Garabay, mortgage lender. Reach me on my cell phone, 262-496-4582.
Love that. Don't call me on my cell phone. Joe Turner, Restoration 1, 847-264-4664. Thank you.
For all of us here at In the Know with Steph and Joe, thanks for getting caught in the net. Come back tonight at 8 for Dream Home Experts. Tomorrow morning at 11, Mary Shep and Living Low Sodium. For all of us, have a wonderful, wonderful
Mary.
Friday evening. See you next week.
You too.